Text 26, chapter 8. Shukle Krishna Gati Ete Jagata Shashvate Mate Ekaya Yati Nana Vrittim Anyaya Vartate Punaha. Shukla light, Krishna, and darkness, Gati, ways of passing. He certainly Ete, these two, Jagata, the material world, Shashvate of the Vedas, Mate, in the opinion, Ekaya by one, Yati goes, Anavrittim, to no return, Anyaya by the other, Avartate comes back, Punaha again. Translation. According to Vedic opinion, there are two ways of passing from this world, one in light and one in darkness. When one passes in light, he does not come back, but when one passes in darkness, he returns. Purport. The same description of departure and return is quoted by Acharya Baladev Vidyabhushan on Chandogya Upanishad 5:10-3-5. Those who are fruitive laborers and philosophical speculators from time immemorial are constantly going and coming. Actually, they do not attain ultimate salvation, for they do not surrender to Krishna. Text 27. Naite sriti partha janan yogi muhyati kasyana tasma sarveshu kaleshu yogo yukto bhavarjuna. None ever ate these two sriti, different paths, partha, O son of Pratha, janan, even if he knows, yogi, the devotee of the Lord. Muhyati is bewildered, kasyana, any, tasmat, therefore, sarveshu kaleshu, always, yoga yukta, engaged in Krishna consciousness, bhava, just become. Arjuna, O Arjuna. Translation. Although the devotees know these two paths, O Arjuna, they are never bewildered, therefore be always fixed in devotion. Purport. Krishna is here advising Arjuna that he should not be disturbed when the different paths of the soul can take disturbed by the different paths the soul can take when leaving the material world. A devotee of the Supreme Lord should not worry whether he will depart by arrangement or by accident. The devotee should be firmly established in Krishna consciousness and chant Hare Krishna. You should know that concern over either of these two paths is troublesome. The best way is to be absorbed in Krishna consciousness the best way to be absorbed in Krishna consciousness is to be always devoted in his service, and this will make one's path to the spiritual kingdom safe, certain and direct. The word yoga yukta is especially significant in this verse. One who is firm in yoga is constantly engaged in Krishna consciousness in all his activities. Shri Rupa Goswami advises anasaktasya vishyan yatarham upayunjata. One should be unattached in material affairs and do everything in Krishna consciousness. By this system, which is called Yukta Vairagya, one attains perfection. Therefore, the devotee is not disturbed by these descriptions, because he knows that his passage to the Supreme Abode is guaranteed by devotional service. Text 28. Vedeshu yaggeshu tapashu chaiva daneshu yat punya phalam pratishtam atyeti tassarvam idam viditva yogi param sthanam upayati chadyam. Vedeshu, in the study of the Vedas, yaggeshu, in the performances of yagya, sacrifice, tapashu, in undergoing different types of austerities, cha, also, eva, certainly, daneshu, in giving charities, yet that which punya phalam, result of pious work, pradishtam, indicated, atyeti, surpasses, tat sarvam, all those, idam, this, viditva, knowing, yogi, the devotee, param, supreme, sthanam, abode, upayati, achieves, cha, also, adyam, original. Translation. A person who accepts the path of devotional service is not bereft of the results derived from studying the Vedas, performing the sacrifices, undergoing austerities, giving charity, or pursuing philosophical and fruitive activities. Simply by performing devotional service, he attains all these, and at the end he reaches the supreme eternal abode. Purport. This verse is a summation of the 7th and 8th chapters, which particularly deal with Krishna consciousness and devotional service. One has to study the Vedas under the guidance of the spiritual master and undergo many austerities and penances while living under his care. A brahmachari has to live in the home of the spiritual master just like a servant, and he must beg alms from door to door and bring them to the spiritual master. He takes his food only under the master's order, and if the master neglects to call the student for the food, that day the student fasts. These are some of the Vedic principles for observing brahmacharya. After the student studies the Vedas under the master for some time, at least from age 5 to 20, he becomes a man of perfect character. Study of the Vedas is not meant for the recreation of armchair speculators, but for the formation of character. After this training, the brahmachari is allowed to enter into the household life and marry. When he is a householder, he has to perform many sacrifices so that he may achieve further enlightenment. He must also give charity according to the country, time, and candidate, discriminating among charity in goodness, in passion, and ignorance, as described in the Bhagavad Gita. Then, after retiring from household life, upon accepting the order of Vanaprastha, he undergoes severe penances living in forest, dressing with tree bark, not shaving, etc. By carrying out the orders of brahmacharya, householder life, vanaprastha, and finally sannyas, one becomes elevated to the perfection stage of life. Some are then elevated to the heavenly kingdoms, and then when they become even more advanced, they are liberated in the spiritual sky, either in the impersonal Brahmajyoti or in the Vaikuntha planets or Krishna Loka. This is the path outlined by Vedic literatures. The beauty of Krishna consciousness, however, is that by one stroke, by engaging in devotional service, one can surpass all the rituals of the different orders of life. The words Vidam Viditva indicate that one should understand the instructions given by Sri Krishna in this chapter, and the seventh chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. One should try to understand these chapters not by scholarship or mental speculation, but by hearing them in association with devotees. Chapters 7 through 12 are the essence of the Bhagavad Gita. The first 6 and the last 6 chapters are like coverings for the middle 6 chapters, which are especially protected by the Lord. When one is fortunate enough to understand Bhagavad Gita, especially these middle 6 chapters in the association of devotees, then his life at once becomes glorified beyond all penances. Sacrifices, charity, speculations, etc. For one can achieve all the results of these activities simply by Krishna consciousness. One who has a little faith in the Bhagavad Gita should learn Bhagavad Gita from a devotee, because in the beginning of the 4th chapter, it is stated clearly that Bhagavad Gita can be understood only by devotees. No one else can perfectly understand the purpose of the Bhagavad Gita. One should therefore learn Bhagavad Gita from a devotee of Krishna, not from mental speculators. This is a sign of faith. When one searches for a devotee and fortunately gets a devotee's association, one actually begins to study and understand the Bhagavad Gita. By advancement in the association of devotee, one is placed in devotional service, and in this service dispels all one's misgivings about Krishna or God and Krishna's activities, form, pastimes, name, and other features. After these misgivings have been perfectly cleared, one becomes fixed in one's study. Then one relishes the study of the Bhagavad Gita and attains a state of feeling always Krishna conscious. In the advanced stage, one falls completely in love with Krishna. This, the highest perfection stage of life, enables the devotee to be transferred to Krishna's abode in the spiritual sky, Golok Vrindavan, where the devotee becomes eternally happy. Thus ends the Bhakti and the purport to the 8th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the matter of attaining the Supreme.